in 1905, Globe started here in Chillicothe. Siegfried Shackney purchased an existing furniture store, Helmuth Furniture, and then turned it into Globe Furniture Company. 1905 is kind of, to put that into perspective, in 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright had their first manned airplane flight, and Henry Ford's first assembly line car didn't roll off the line until roughly 1908, so we're sort of sandwiched in between, just to put that into perspective. Through the years, well, so when Globe was purchased, he moved, original first generation Globe family moved from the Helmuth building into the Masonic Temple building here next door, and we were there until the mid-30s, which is on the back of this. So this picture depicts us when we were over in the Masonic building there.
Okay, and that was still fairly new. That was 1904, 1903, the Masonic building. When
it was built?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize it was that's pretty cool. I didn't realize it was. So we were in the Masonic building until the mid-30s, which is on the back of this. Let's see, in 1936 is when we built, well, we were building before then, but when we moved into the original first section here. Just from furniture angle, Lazy Boy comes into existence on the picture roughly 1927. There's some old construction pictures of when we added on some wings. Globe was also one of America's first GE dealers. GE comes into existence, I don't remember, late 20s direction? Late 20s, 20.
It's on the display. Yeah. People can come and look for it.
Yeah, they can. And so in the early 30s is when Globe became a GE dealer. So GE had not just like big appliances, like your refrigerators and stuff, but they made smaller things too, like smaller radios, vacuum cleaners, and things like that, which we also had, because back then there weren't your big box stores where you could run and get smaller appliances for your home. So that was something that Globe did provide for the community, was smaller appliances. And obviously we don't sell those kind of things today because they're available at your big box stores. So that's just a change in business. You know, when it was no longer something that we needed to carry, we moved on with other things.
Got to change with the times.
You got to change with the times, correct.
So you've got some, I'm tempted to say antique furniture?
We do have, depicting like the late 19 teens into the 20s here to start with.
I said, like today I heard Connie talking to someone.
We did also sell the warm morning gas heaters, which were in tons of homes all over the place.
And I use one now.
Yep, I've lived in houses before too that have had them. We did sell some TVs, even back in the 60s, mid-60s, sort of, when this display is depicted. We did do custom order upholstery clear back before then. The jacket and dress here, we've had you know, people over the years leave their stuff, so we actually had some period.
Thanks a lot.
Clothing in there.
All right, thank you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yep.
So all these items have survived back in your warehouse all these years?
In our warehouse, tucked away for our timeline, I guess.
So you're sort of your own private museum?
Sort of. We cleaned them real good before we drug them out here.
Some more of the timeline.
Globe did buy, this is kind of interesting. Globe had a branch, might as well say, in Central Center for a couple of years. They bought Smith Furniture Company the inventory and all. And if you zoom in right here, you see this says Smith Furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then when Globe moved in, we replaced the Smith with the word Globe. And then as time went on, we didn't stay in that building. Obviously, there's no Globe out there now, but we did keep the sign, the Globe Furniture, which is out on the front of our building today. It is original neon.
Yeah.
But that furniture was, or the original word furniture was from the Smith building. From the building Smith Furniture was in.
Yeah. And we're moving up into the 70s, I think.
70s, yep.
Getting to
Maybe
my
late,
time
late
period.
60s in some of it. So we were an Ethan Allen gallery. In the mid 70s, we became an Ethan Allen gallery, and we're an Ethan Allen gallery for many years. Which is why when you travel upstairs in the store, there's multiple rooms. There's 30 smaller rooms up there. We made those to be an Ethan Allen gallery.
I know my mom really appreciates her Ethan Allen furniture, and so did I growing up. The dining room suite and the living room furniture.
And they did bedroom also. Yep. Occasional tables and things like that.
So what are your hours if people want to come in and see your display here and maybe buy some things?
Sure. We are open 8:30 to 5:30 every day except for Thursdays. Thursdays are our late nights. We're open till 8:30, from 8:30 to 8:30, or from 8:30 to 8 on Thursdays, every Thursday. That's just our late night for people to get in here. And we are closed on Sundays.
All right. And plenty of items to look at here, new and old.
So the back of this timeline board just depicts moving into the 70s, which we don't have later furniture than that up here in this room, and even into the present day. So currently we are 5th generation of the Globe family with Seth Brown. And the ribbon cutting, the 2 younger girls that did the ribbon cutting would be 6th generation. They ever choose to be here.
All right. And I'm glad you don't have furniture from the 80s, because I would feel old then.
Well, we had to get a little snippet in there in our signage anyway.
Yeah. The 80s were my teenage years, so it's a favorite time period for me.
And a whole lot has changed just since probably mid 80s, early 90s with computers, like in how business is done and how people communicate. And then again into mid 2000s with how people communicate, not just people, but businesses to people, with social media coming into a major portion of existence.
And it continues to change.
It does.
I've heard that Facebook is for us old folks.
I've heard that too.
All right. Well,
So we can move on. There's 2 more windows on the other side if you want to go over there. We just put a nice home office display here, like offices through the decades. We do not even have a source to get new roll top desks anymore, but we had this one in our warehouse. We've got some signage left over from anniversaries of days gone by. We're on 120 now. That one was from our 58th.
yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And just, you know, the differences in how business was done over the years between typewriters and phones, rotary dial phones.
Yeah, most kids don't understand why we say you dial a phone.
That's why, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got one more window over here on this side.
You have some other items here.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen a VCR to cassette. No, that's not a cassette deck. That's control.
Is that?
Yeah. Okay.
And this was our, right before we became computerized, this was our cash register. I think we changed that out in 2006. Is appliances through the years. When we did sell appliances, which we don't today, but this is probably the oldest thing in our whole display. They did 1904, 1905, something like that, when we look at that. It's a washing machine. old dolly. And then refrigerator. Refrigerators have really changed in the last 120 years.
Looks almost like a light fixture in there, but I guess that's part of the mechanism.
The agitator. It's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we do have two little standees right here. It's okay, I'll turn them around for you. These are this window that we're standing in, two old windows that we did. This one here was 1960, and this one over here was the late 30s. But both of these were right here in this window. I think that's kind of cool.
So you've been celebrating the age of the store, your legacy, for quite a while.
Quite a while, 120 years.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.